everybody. Well, my understanding was gonna be like that winter almost.
Oh, drain it through the winter months.
Like do it during the winter somehow. And what way? Like Mitchell.
So it's actually a lake you can actually go in.
I knew they were.
It's a piece of lake. Jesus, things.
Yeah. This should maybe help. Flush it a little.
Are they gonna dredge it or treat it chemically somehow once they
My
get it?
understanding is you're gonna drain it and dig it out.
Dredge.
Drain it.
Yeah, after they drain it.
And then
They gotta get rid of all that shit.
because that's what it's doing. It's creating its own.
Ecosystem.
Yeah.
But why is it that lake and not every other lake?
Well, I think it's maybe lesser. I think there's other lakes that are like that. It's just not.
It's just.
They don't have millions of dollars for it.
It's not just by a major city where everybody's.
You know, Cottonwood gets greeny and, you know, kind of
Yeah,
sky.
like that. Flushes enough in the spring that it
That's
has.
flush good.
And that's actually, you can swim in that.
Oh, yeah.
Well, maybe that explains some things.
Well, it's got.
Just the flushing?
The other thing about the lake guys, got sand bottom too.
Try to just get each
Sunshine here.
Yep.
How far into Iowa did you get?
Well,
All the way?
I was still in Minnesota when I found that I couldn't go all the way.
You never got down to your mom's?
Couldn't get through town.
They were
What
cut off.
time was
weren't
it?
Spencer.
She was in Spencer?
they? No, completely.
She's on high ground.
Oh,
But the town is cut off, right?
Yes.
do they have operational facilities? Like, I mean, do they have power? Does she have power and all those things that are?
They have a
They have a
generator.
generator, maybe. No.
Part of the town is cut off from power, and part of the town you can get in and out of, depending on, if you know how to get to where you're supposed to be going. But they don't allow any travel on the other levels.
It looked like a mess. I watched a little video from.
Well, when it starts coming over the interstate, it's.
If you get a flood and your house basement is full and your electric service is in your basement, you can't have electricity, can you? Why doesn't it short everything out?
Well, sometimes it does, but.
Does it electric by the water and mean that if you touch the water, you're gonna be electrocuted?
There was.
I don't understand.
Have the least resistance.
It's there's a potential
So the
there.
orange dot,
Oh, my God.
that's where the nursing home is. So you can see it's well above, but that's the main channel of the river.
So there's a little section that's pretty fortunate.
You're not gonna-
Water's not supposed to be there, you're saying?
I think that water ain't supposed to be there.
Nope. There's a major sewage lift station on that corner that I'm sure is.
But didn't they?
Do you guys ever shut power off because you know that people are gonna be
It's
flooded and you don't wanna take a chance and become
It's so pretty
electrocuted?
though,
Or is there no chance of that?
nice and green.
Well, I don't know if that's, there's no chance of it. It's, I guess
That's no good.
we've shut, I can't say that I remember.
That's my
shutting
brother's
somewhere
house.
specifically.
Local areas?
It's just the yard.
And you have that basement, there's a lot of flowers there, but
Being in a basement.
Had a basement.
I don't know how to explain it. It's,
See,
I've seen a lot of, I guess I've seen a lot of different things. So I may be more explaining than others.
Maybe it's not that.
There's another one in Iowa.
Maybe it is. Somebody like me that doesn't understand electricity. I just can't
There's a
reach
lot of tractors.
It takes all paths to run,
10 minutes that way from.
it just chooses to do
We need
it.
to get them out
Try to
there.
separate stuff, obviously, if there's water, they're touching it. There's certainly potential. What's in traffic, fluid down tops, you know.
travel within least resistance.
It takes easy paths, and they don't just take all paths, but it's not as easy as it might just kept raining. Normally, I mean, the wire there, it's traveling around there, so that's
to
not
be here.
So if you have.
Transfer responsibility.
You don't
He
want to
said
break
it
the
was
circuit.
wanted us to call
Does the
them
current
on
not
the
want to
phone.
break its own path?
He was east
Is
of
there
here
anything
about
intrinsic
20
within
minutes ago.
Check your.
electrical energy which allows it to
Hey, Jeff,
want to preserve the circuit? preserve its life.
It always wants to go to its home, I guess, so, its home is basically like, in our case, a substation, whatnot, so.
It's always one to get back.
It's always one to get back, so, if you send it out on a line, it takes the neutral back, or, if it doesn't have a path, neutral back, it'll try to get ground through the ground, But it likes to,
They have to keep it.
it takes, I guess, the right way you hear a lot of it takes the easiest path, but truthfully, it takes all paths. But the bulk of it is gonna go on the easiest path.
The easiest path is to stay within its created network.
Ideally, yeah. But it's gonna take, like you said, if you had water all around it, water is a good conductor. I mean, it's not as good a conductor as fire.
It was what it was.
Truthfully, it's a good conductor, that's why humans are relatively decent conductors as far as that goes, because we have water. That's why, like, if you're, you always have to be careful, but if you're like sweaty and you have moisture on the outside of your skin and stuff, it's a pretty easy.
If you put somebody in an electric chair, dip the electric chair into a container of some sort up to here, hit the current, because the time is up. What would happen? Would they be electrocuted or not? Or would the electricity within the system
Still water.
depart to the water?
I know you have to wet the sponge. That's all I know. And I learned that from that movie, The Green Mile.
What's that mean? What the sponge?
You say put the sponge on the head, it's supposed to, I think it's like to connect the electricity.
Make a good path.
Make a good
I know, that's real. Keeps it from sizzling.
I do.
I don't know, I guess I've never been asked that question, I don't know that but I would suspect if we have high voltage, especially, it would be. I think more people actually kill from around 20 volts than any other voltage, which is just.
Last time I did one of these.
He was an electrician for 50 years.
I don't know.
Question from 45 seconds ago.
I mean, people tell me that, obviously, not the best of ideas, but.
I wouldn't think
When
so.
they come to the vote, they get silent, I guess that's where I'm supposed to be.
Hello, Jim. Can you hear us?
Yes.
Okay,
Thank you, Greg.
he's online.
Perfect. Well, Jim has bequeathed power to me, so. Call the meeting to order. The Handy County Commissioners for a special meeting to look at our emergency management system and look at declaring a disaster. Guess we need to approve the agenda.
Yes.
So move.
Second.
Motion and a second to approve the agenda. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes.
Okay, you can do two things. If you're unfamiliar with what's been going on, you can forego any of the comment, proceed right to the resolution, or you can ask either Arlen or Jeff to give you a synopsis of what they're seeing.
That was pretty straightforward, I would think, but it would hurt to have, just let people know what's going on, I suppose.
Well, I think Jeff's only got a couple roads, it's pretty mild for him compared to most years, but, the state of South Dakota is in pretty bad shape, as you know, now in the southeast corner. And Governor Noel will be declaring a disaster. Timing is what they're working on right now. They're gonna wait until more water goes down there, so that they can assess. Once she pulls that trigger, then the timeline starts, so then we only have 30 days to get everything done to the president, so they'll kind of play that game out. Right now, the state of South Dakota, the county, we got one township in right now that's $31,000 to manage, so we met our threshold, by double. And we do have, I think, five or six townships that have damage, whether or not all of them claim or do PDAs. I'm unsure of right now, but I do have four of them right now that are doing assessments. One is done out this year. Still waiting to hear back from a couple of the other townships on whether they're gonna move forward. You believe be up over that $100,000 mark when we're done. Three hardest hit would be Grand, Pearl, and Spring Lake. We did have one house that we had to sandbag Friday morning. Can't remember for sure now. They did have a inch and a half, 2 inches of rain in about an hour. That was, Andy Williams' place. And water basically came down off the hill, right down the road, right to their house. They did get up to about 10 inches of water in their house, from what I gathered, for the most part. Didn't fill it completely up, which I would have been sure. Other than they were out there with 2x8s or 2x10 on the end, standing there holding the bike, convert the water off the road, away from the house.
Buffalo and Hyde do better than we
They're
do.
about high in Buffalo, they're worse than we are. They've done, there are 20-some sites, and just the 5 that have uploaded, there's $37,000 in damage. And they got 16 more sites that will come up. And, once they get on the site, the system will know for sure that they'll be going for $100,000.
Once we exceed 15, we qualify, is that right?
Yeah, $14,467.
When we reach that threshold, and I guess we have already, what does that entitle us to? Automatically the same kind of treatment that a county would get in terms of help, at the same percentage rate that they would get, for example, in Minnehaha or Lincoln County?
If we don't declare, we don't get nothing.
Yeah.
So if we declare and no one declares, and it goes to the federal government, we'll get the same treatment as every other county, which is 75% from FEMA. The state throws in 10%, so each township, county, or any agency that's available apply for funds, will get basically 85%.
If there's no federal declaration in the wake of Nome's state declaration, do we forego the 75?
Yeah, we don't get anything.
We still get some state money?
No.
Nothing.
I doubt it.
Okay.
So basically, the other thing we're realistically out is your time or something where to never happen. I mean, there's no other punishment, so to speak,
Right,
for
and,
doing it.
yeah. There's no harm in doing it, but if it's not declared, that we're accepted by the president. At this point, I would see it being pretty hard not to. We'll hit our 1.6 million pretty quickly, I think, with the Davis account.
You don't think it's gonna take long?
Yeah, they're losing dams, which is.
Who was the lead story on the CBS Evening News today? Minnesota, Iowa, and South Dakota flooding.
Yeah.
So what's the timeline on money?
It takes all summer, as big as this is, the faster we get ours in, and the claims in, the faster they'll get their money. We're ahead of the game because we'll probably be done doing our assessments and starting to do our claims before most of the other counties are.
It's primarily the township level. Do we have, will we do some county damage as well?
I haven't seen the.
Better say you're safe, I would say 5, 6 look gravel off all we got right now. I'm under 9 inch show later, but I don't really anticipate too much. We got about nothing.
Pretty lucky, aren't we?
As of right now, out of all the disasters we had from flooding, this is going to be the most mild we've had so far.
So, yeah,
Something doesn't show up.
Supposed to rain.
It's only the middle of June.
Why would we approve resolution 2024-14? Declaring a disaster area. Declaring a disaster.
Okay, I have a motion by Greg Palmer, a second by Luke Wernsman to approve resolution 2024-14. Any discussion? No discussion? Roll call vote? Have to do a roll call vote. Palmer.
Yes.
Have to sign fill this out as he's doing it.
Just check mark is sufficient.
Wernsman,
Yes.
Jones,
Yes.
Eschenbaum,
Aye.
and I will vote yes. Resolution passes.
If you would just strike out Jim Eschenbaum's name, print yours below it, go ahead and sign it.
I didn't look tonight, but did you take the ND off the word and between disaster and declaration
See it again.
in the
No,
resolution?
it's still on here. You can strike out the last paragraph that contains the language for the, there's supposed to be resolved.
No,
It says A and D as opposed to
A,
just A.
Yeah.
So you can just either scribble out, cross out.
ND. Declare a disaster. Wait a minute, maybe it hasn't been corrected. No, does hereby declare and disaster emergency. Declare
It says.
an. Declare a.
Is that?
Is it A or an?
No, it's
It's
A.
a disaster, but it's an emergency is the word that is being.
I think it's still A, disaster.
Okay, that's what I suggested in the first place, okay.
Thank you, gentlemen. One thing left to do.
I move to adjourn.
Second.
Motion and a second to adjourn, all in favor?
Aye.
We are adjourned.
Thank you, Dan. Thank you, guys.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Almost. Pretty close. Yeah, we have another short one. We're not too long, but-
Do cities have to do this same thing?
No, we cover everybody that's below the food chain for us.
So for city streets that are damaged, they don't have to go through this process?